Hey guys, first regardsman here, and so I'll be talking about a Power Gladius combat knife build for the Vanguard class in patch 10.1 of Space Marine 2. Now, the Power Gladius is a new heroic tier variant of the combat knife. This thing has a specialized perk here with Agile Strike. After a perfect dodge, the next light strike deals 120% more damage, can be stacked up to 3 times. Now, the description here is actually incorrect. This can be used on any attack whatsoever with the buff, not just light strikes. They'll be updating that one day, but for now it is incorrect, which is kind of unfortunate. Now, before I actually move on into the overall perk tree, I do want to say that I think this is the second best knife in the game currently, behind the block knife, and is strictly better than the balanced knife here in the relic tier, because for more cleaving potential, really doesn't matter at all, and the bonus perk effect from this is just like the go-to for balance, in my opinion. Now, for the perk tree, I do take Perpetual Strength first. Melee damage increases by 5%. Moving here into the perk Kinetic Energy, each consecutive heavy attack increases heavy attack melee damage by 3% up to 30% for 3 seconds. This is a very powerful perk, and heavy attacks on the knife are quite good, so I really do like to pick this one up. Next perk I take here is Perpetual Strength. The melee damage increases by 5%. Moving over here into the perk Heavy Onslaught, heavy attacks with this melee weapon deal 15% more melee damage, just a free melee damage buff here to our heavy attacks. And the final perks I grab here are things like Shadow Stab and the perk here Shoulder Bash. Replace Distance Stab with Shoulder Bash while evading/sprinting. Tap the attack button to quickly perform an area of effect forward attack. Now, this basically replaces your lunge attack, which is way better in my opinion. The shoulder bash comes out a lot faster, is a lot less locking in animations, and overall, I pretty much always grab this perk for that reason, because otherwise you can get trapped pretty easily. And the final perk I grab here is Extremis Slayer, because, bonus Extremis damage I find more valuable than Terminus, because you fight more Extremis than Terminus. But if you want to take this one, you definitely can. Now, for the primary and secondary weapon here, I do take a Melter Rifle and Heavy Bolt Pistol. The Melter Rifle got buffed in patch 9.0 for its range variant. The damage fall off on this is significantly better and is by far my preferred version of this gun, and the perk tree here has a lot of valuable perks, especially for this build. First off, we have Decisive Reload. Performing a finisher on a Majoris level or higher enemy, this weapon restores ammo by 1. This is an amazing ammo economy perk, and the Vanguard does struggle with ammo. This helps a ton. Next perk I take here is Rapid Health. When your health is below 30%, killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores health by 10%. This perk is super valuable on the Melter Rifle because it is very easy to trigger, and on this build in particular, this is an amazing perk because we will be sitting below 50% HP for most of the game to trigger our perk here, Hone Reactions. When your health is less than 50%, your perfect dodge window is doubled. Now, usually this perk is pretty trash if you're taking perks like Unmasked Zeal or Adrenaline Rush, because you will constantly overheal the 50% here and not get a ton of value out of this, but on this build, we'll be taking Inner Fire and Tactical Prowess, so our main healing is going to be coming from the Melter Rifle here with this Rapid Health perk, and staying at below like 35% HP or 50% HP on this build is really not that bad at all, because we will have perks like Thrill of the Fight and Conviction for a total of 45% HP damage reduction, which is very substantial on top of getting so many more armor procs off of stuff like Launch Restoration, and the perk here Restoration on top of perks like Trick Shot. Killing 5 enemies with 1 shot restores 1 armor segment. Cooldown is 30 seconds. If you proc this on 7 enemies, you'll get 2 armor back from this proc on top of things like a restoration proc. So pretty powerful to get your armor back. And even if you run out of the armor from your gun, you'll get it back on your grapnel, which you will have more of because you have Inner Fire and Tactical Prowess. So pretty great combos across the board here. We'll get more into the perk tree in a second. But as far as the rest of the Melter Rifle perks go, I would just grab the top tree because this is pretty much just damage and fire rate. Nothing like really amazing here. Like most of the best perks are at the bottom row here, but this is still pretty useful. Now, for the secondary weapon here, I do take the Heavy Bolt Pistol like I mentioned before. I take the Ammo Reserve option. Ammo economy is not too bad, the Heavy Bolt Pistol on a Vanguard class, but the Melter Rifle with the range variant is not as ammo efficient as you might want, so having this extra ammo for your secondary can definitely help. And the Heavy Bolt Pistol also has the highest gun strike damage in the game, so it's a great option for this class, because, or at least this build, because this build will be gun striking all the time off of a balanced combat knife on top of Hone Reactions perfect dodge window increases, so you get a ton of extra gun strikes out of this, and this one definitely helps with that. Now, for the perk tree, I just go down the bottom row here, mainly for perks like Able Damage. After using a class ability, damage increases by 20% for 10 seconds. We are a Vanguard with a Grapnel and Inner Fire, so we'll be using our Grapnel all the time and triggering this constantly. Super powerful perk effect, though you should keep your gun equipped to make sure it triggers. Next perk I take after this that's important is Tactical Precision. Headshots deal 20% more damage. Non-headshot damage decreases by 10%. is a super valuable perk because pretty much only headshots are valuable on the heavy bolt pistol to begin with, and that's why I pretty much always pick this up. Now for the Vanguard perk tree, I do take upper hand first. After a perfectly timed parry, block, or dodge, you do not lose control upon taking heavy hits, and you cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. This perk will simply save your life. One of the biggest ways to die in Space Marine 2 is getting stun locked, and this does help that a bit. It does not cover every single attack, so things like zone throw beams and card effect slaps will still knock you over, but things like light attacks from Raveners, Sword Warriors, and zone throw balls will not, so really good perk here for sure. Next perk here is Conviction. When your armor is fully depleted, you take 25% less health damage for 10 seconds. This is an incredibly powerful perk. Health damage reduction in this game is very strong, and we combine this with the perk over here, Thrill of the Fight. After a perfect time parry, block, or dodge, you take 20% less health damage for 5 seconds. You will have a 45% health damage reduction at times, just super chunky and really helps keep you alive. And the next perk we take here is Hone Reactions. When your health is less than 50%, your perfect dodge window is doubled. This perk has a ton of synergy with the build we're running here because, first of all, you'll be able to trigger your Agile Strike perk on the Power Gladius significantly more here because this is only triggered on a perfect dodge. And on top of that, we'll be triggering Thrill of the Fight here significantly more as well because you'll be getting a ton more perfect dodges on top of your parries. And this perk is one of the only perks in the game that can be reapplied over and over. You don't have to wait for like the 5 seconds to be up. And what I mean by that is basically if you trigger this perk and you do anything else again with a perfect dodge or parry, it will just re-trigger. You don't have to wait for the 5 seconds to go up. And the next perk we take after this is Inner Fire. All squad members can restore ability charge by 15% by performing finishers on Majora's level or higher enemies. This perk is incredible. I actually think this one is better than Unmasked Zeal is, at least outside of Siege mode. And this perk really enables banners, Iron Halo, Auspex, and it also is kind of incorrect in its description. It is not simply finishers that will trigger this perk, it is any kill on Majora's whatsoever, so it's even better than it sounds. It also has a great synergy with our build here because you really don't want to take any healing perks here when you have Hone Reactions because you'll just get barely any value out of this. You'll constantly overheal the 50%, so having rapid health as your main healing source is just better in my opinion. Now the next perk we have here is Restless Fortitude. After a diving kick, you take 40% less range damage for 10 seconds. This perk is very good for damage reduction. If you combine this perk here with the perk over here, Thrill of the Fight and Conviction, you can get an 85% damage reduction versus range attacks to your HP. Very strong option here and makes you very tanky, so you really don't care about missing out on healing perks at all with all these perks together. Next perk we take here is Zone of Impact. Before you finish with the grapple launcher, deals damage to nearby enemies. This perk is simply god tier. The amount of damage Zone of Impact does off of a grapple finisher is just stupid. It has an amazing synergy here with the Tactical Prowess signature perk. Grapnel Launcher can activate a finisher not only on incapacitated enemies, but also on those who have less than 33% health, except Terminus level, and performing a finisher with the Grapnel Launcher restores its charge. This perk is incredible. Basically, you have to deal less damage to any Extremis enemy you're fighting, or any Majoras for that matter. You're going to save a ton of ammo off this perk, and also deal significant AoE damage with the Tactical Prowess, or excuse me, the Zone of Impact perk. But I do want to mention here that the perk Restless Fortitude will only trigger off of a normal grapnel, not a grapnel finisher. So you do want to use this versus like to get in and stuff like that, rather than just using it to execute, because you won't get anything out of Restless Fortitude otherwise. But either way, Tactical Prowess and Zone of Impact are totally worth taking. Now, for the Prestige perk here, I do take Battlefield Awareness. If a target is within 8 meters, you deal 10% more range damage. We are using a Melter Rifle, and you are a Vanguard, who is a melee class. This is very valuable to us. Next perk I take is Fortitude. Health increases by 15%. This just makes your health damage reduction more valuable, so really strong perk here as well. Then we take the two best perks here, Launch Restoration and Restoration. Using the Grapnel Launcher restores an armor segment. This is a super powerful perk. Getting armor back in this game is incredible, and you'll also get more out of this because we have Inner Fire, so you get way more grapnels back, and you also get even more grapnels back off things like Tactical Prowess, which does trigger this perk as well, so great stuff here. And the final perk I take is Restoration. Killing 7 enemies in a rapid succession restores an armor segment. Cooldown is 15 seconds. This perk is very strong. It's pretty much on multiple classes in the game. Actually, I think it's only on this class and the class over here, Heavy, but either way, Restoration is a top tier perk. Really helps out a ton, and armor restores are super meta. But that's pretty much all there is to this build. You know, Hone Reactions is kind of a slept on perk. I don't think this is very good with healing perks, but on this build, very strong interactions, and having an assault dodge window is super helpful for sure. Now, if you're not using this or you're not using the Inner Fire perk, I would definitely take Effective Execution instead, but either way, this one's very strong, and you can't really go wrong on this tree, because even Retribution is not like horrific. That's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. Hopefully this guide helped. If you like content like this, subscribe for more, and as always, take it easy. Bye. I don't know what happens next.
to expect a better fight from a sniveling backstabber. Grapple launcher set. Exterminate the Terminator brothers. Dispensing stills. What needs grappling? Magazine in. Into the fray. Swapping out magazine. Road hook available. Closing the gap. Grapple launcher set.
FG, if I eat my Wheaties and get extra heart surgery, can I 2v a Space Marine?
Replenish and ready.
Oh, you need the gene seed, dude. You need the gene seed. And that damage reduction makes us quite strong.
Take what you can carry. Shred the abomination. This creature means to find target practice. Swapping out magazine.
The damage reduction perks are just peak, guys. What can I say?
Into the more of death.
The HP do you have? Jesus. There you go.
Arming up. Into the fray. Hook available.
This honestly tracks how a Space Wolf would be. I don't know if one Space Wolf's killing a Hellbrew, but maybe. Are cast spawning campaign now? Anyone know? I have no idea. I've actually wondered that myself. Lem says hi. What's up, Lem? Ammo box.
Giving them a shot. Closing the gap. Is this the best the Vanguard can offer? Reloading.
Odds are heal, look at that. Better bring the Melta. This we get back up to like 35% or so. There's so many Tyranids here, what the fuck?
Something feels off. What needs grappling? Arming up. Grenade out. Kill it before it moves for aid. Just set. What a waste of GC. Into the more of the dead. No turning back now. New hope and no regrets. What needs grappling?
What is this? Okay. Okay. Ow, ow, ow.
Case of these machines breaks on you.
What is this? So many bramble guys. So this is by far the superior version of this build for the one I used last time.
Magazine out, magazine in. Closing the gap. Bolt available.
Bounty, thank you for the prime sub.
Arming up.
Oh god. Alright, they felt that. Chaos Spawn will remember that. And this. Oh, and this again. Hold on, for real this time.
Soulless creature. I was book available. Swapping out magazine. Smells like fresh munitions.
Get the bloom up. The fat reticle. The Vanguard, which is very Melta or SMG, they're both good.
Rip the rot up by
They are both good. Bull Carbine is way better boss damage though than the Melta does. So the range melta that got buffed in patch 9.0 is very strong.
Obviously, that thing dies first. Brothers, I suspect we are in the foul presence of a demon host. The demon thing is tethered to more altars.
Did I miss a bomb down here, perhaps? That was just normal nades, but...
Fire incoming! Crack open that heretic terminator! Demon is taking a shot at us! Fire incoming! Closing the gap. What needs grappling? It's fire at us!
Well, that could have gone worse.
Feel your packs, brothers.
How the hell? Didn't know you had a Twitch as well? I've been watching on YouTube. Oh, well, what's up, bootleg? We do indeed have a Twitch here at FTG. I've been streaming on it more recently, though. Thoughts on the Pyro Cannon? It's an A-tier gun. Pyro Blaster's better, though. It just fits it has better range, which is kind of funny. Also just fits the playstyle tactical a lot more. Pyro Cannon's still very strong, though. Pyro Blaster's just better than it. Alright. Funny, the only thing holding this build back was like genuinely just the stupid Inferno pistol being bad. Hopefully I've also got a QD on attack. I think aura reduce damage, depends. Depends what build. I would always take reduced damage. If you don't have steel within, I would take reduced damage. Like if you're building armor reinforcement, I would take conviction. Because the no health damage reduction feels pretty bad in this game for tanking classes. Like we're very tanky on this class right now because we have a 45% health damage reduction. Which means sitting at this low HP does not really matter at all for us. And we also heal back up to like 35% off of rapid health. That's really all we need. Really matters. It depends, I guess.
kill you soon enough, demon! Demon is taking a shot at us!
Oh boy. Oh, it's 3 melee Terminators. How a lucky day for me.
That shrine is almost vulnerable! Fire incoming! The altars have to be protected.
Oh, that's such an OP perk. That, in fact, is pretty bonkers.
Had to step back. That shrine is almost vulnerable. It hurls fire at us. Altar is broken. Warfire incoming! It hurls fire at us. Going to kill you soon enough, demon! Fire incoming! Demon is taking a shot at us. Have to come back for that one. That it hurls fire at us.
This. As long as you hit this button, you genuinely can't die, so works for me.
Void is terrible, demon. Hope you hated that. You destroyed only.
I think it's even better against Chaos. We're against both Tyranids and Chaos. Very strong. Especially if they do Chaos spawn, you just wipe them. Alright, Dan. I'll get you in here. And somebody else. But the 5% HP regen. Yeah, that's so much better than tactical prowess. I mean, think about how much added damage you have by wiping out a guy at 33% HP. Pretty good. 17 lesser kills, 30,000 range damage, 20,000 melee damage. So the knife is pretty good.